That's why I could hear you again. Here we go. I can watch the stream. And we're back.
We're back. Sorry about that, folks. We were at the mercy of the weather, and unfortunately, it took us out. But we are back. Thank you for rejoin. I'm sorry we may have lost you, but we are back with 27 laps to go here at the Jimmy Crowe Senior Daytona 500. Hopefully, you'll find us back again.
Here, Rick, is we did not miss a lot on the racetrack. We were under caution when that came out. We went back green at lap 172, and we have been green since then, which is it's only a couple laps ago, but we are green now, and no big action, no incidents, anything like that.
All right, if you're just tuning in, you've tuned in at the exact best time. There's only 26 laps to go in the Daytona 500, the Jimmy Crowe Senior Daytona 500. Oh, wrecking.
Oh,
wrecking
big
behind.
Oh, man. Last half of the field, all getting tangled up.
78, the 14, the 66 again involved. Again, a victim of circumstance.
Gabe Butler in the 88 car was involved in that. I heard him come on the radio and say, sorry, guys, I don't know what role he played in it, but I'm sure we'll see in the replay since we got the stream back up in time.
All right, let's try to find out exactly what happened there.
That yellow came out on lap 175.
Let's go back to the 027 and see what we see from the far chase here.
The paint on the car is jumping in and out as we have a little trouble with racing paints. Trading paints, excuse me.
Oh, it looks like that's the 08 that just comes back up on the track.
Yeah, that was once again that double yellow line playing a major factor in this race.
Who is that 08 car?
I calculated here for you in a minute. 08 is Bob Fitzgerald. It shows that he's out of the race.
Well, let's just let this play up, see what we see here.
Oh, yeah, he's disconnected.
Yep.
I think he had enough.
Unfortunately, that incident collected a lot of drivers at the tail end of the field.
And drivers that had been running up front. Patrick Gruber was in there. The 027 of Steve Korosek. See the 92 there of John Ward. Looked like he missed it. Good
Vincent Guerrero was involved. Don Stewart, Dean Wilkinson, Steve Korosek.
Yeah, unfortunately, with that pit strategy move that those guys made back on lap 161, 162, that put some of those guys that were normally in the lead further back in the field. And that's one case where that pit strategy worked against them.
I'm a little confused why that 04 of Mark Mann has stopped on the track. Maybe waiting for the pace car to catch up, possibly.
That could be. Let's see where he's at.
I show him as currently at the top of the. I don't know.
Oh, they just let everybody go by.
Okay. Folks, there's 24 laps to go. We thank you for those who have rejoined our event. We apologize for loss of signal. Unfortunately, we are at the mercy of Mother Nature and what she brings us here in the Southeast. in our broadcast studio. Thank you for joining back up to catch what will be the final 24 laps here of the Jimmy Crowe Senior Daytona 500. We are on our, is it 17th or 16th?
16th.
Our 16th caution of the night. Unfortunately,
we should go green next lap.
Yep. Unfortunately, it does say it's the first caution. It's not. That's unfortunately, it's the first caution of our restart. After the restart. That is correct.
Yep. Now this is interesting because I use sim racing apps for certain things, and it says we've had 7 cautions for 31 laps, and I know that's not true.
No, I think certainly.
I know we're on number 16, so
yep.
It's confused somehow.
Well, we'll do our best to keep you up to speed. I don't really think you care how many cautions we've had, but you will know that we've had a bunch. We are seeing a number of drivers, number of cars pop in and pop out.
We won't mention names, but somebody just came back on and apologized, said, sorry guys, I'm old, I can't hold my bladder that long. 500 miles is a long time to go. I learned my lesson last time and haven't drank much today because I think I had to jump out of the booth at least twice on the last 500 milers we've done.
Okay, lots of information there, Jeff. All right, we are coming back to the green flag. 18 of Zachary Workman is the lead car, and we are back to green flag racing. 22 laps to go at the stripe. Hunter Reynolds on the outside. Got the 95 of James Mayer behind him. That 04 that we were talking about, he is behind the 18 at Workman. There is a car that is not showing on the track. Oh, that's the 23 of Sebastian Marin that keeps popping in and out. He's having some connection problems. He's down in Puerto Rico. Not sure if he's dealing with the same storm. If you're in the southeast, you know what I'm talking about. There is a massive storm that's kind of working its way east and playing havoc with our signal and our upload.
Yep, my broadcast booth is in Missouri, and that's the storm that came through here yesterday. And we were fortunately on the lighter end. It built strength as it moved down towards you, and it's making it difficult on some of these racers because we have a lot of racers from that part of the country. Here's some of the drivers up towards the front talking strategy, when to go. Some guys want to go now. Some guys say, no, there's still 20 to go. We need to wait. We need to just make sure we're good. We don't want to get caught up in anything or cause anything. We want to wait until the last couple laps to get aggressive.
20 laps to go.
The further you are back in the pack, the earlier you have to try to make that move. That first group of 8 cars that are side by side there, they're all in pretty good position. They can start to get aggressive here now, or can wait a little while to get aggressive. The cars that are back, those cars 10 on back, they've got to start planning now. Otherwise, there's not going to be any openings to be able to move forward.
Oh, close. Jeez, that was a 95 of James Mayer working around there. Definitely impacted the field. 19, 18 laps to go. We are 3 wide at the front, and these guys are still trying to figure out where best to run. Looking for their partners. 18 at the stripe. Zachary Workman continues to show us the way. The 04 of Mark Mann behind him. 23 of Hunter Reynolds pushes out up front. He's got the 95 of James Muir behind him. Ray Rittenauer's on the outside. He's got the 5 behind him of Matthew Baker, trying to make a go of it on that outside line.
Back in 12th spot, you got Peter DeBorgia, and he just made a couple radical moves to try to get some forward momentum. He knows with only 18 laps to go and back in 12th, it's going to be difficult to get to the front. It's very possible. But this front area, the front group of cars is so tightly packed together that it's tough to move forward. You cannot go wider than 3. 3 is tough to maintain.
A number of takers have jumped up on that outside line, the 94
yep.
and the 777, the 94.
Yeah, they lost momentum coming through the turn there. We'll see if we get it back now.
The 777 is a lap car. He's multiple laps down, and he's up there on that outside line. Trying to find that 94, and that's Christopher McCullough.
Yeah, that's 777 of Sean Hill's 3 laps down. So probably not in contention for the win, but yet wants to place as high as he can. So he's got to be able to stay with the pack, and that's a good spot to be in. He's not impeding anybody else's progress right at the moment, but he's able to run with that lead pack. Ooh, there's a lap down car on the apron there with no front end on it. He's obviously going to stay down there and let that pack come around him right now.
Oh,
and we got a big one. Man, that was up near the front. 16 to go. That we did not want to see that. That's our 17th.
Christopher McCullough, Patrick Groover, James Mayer, Gabe Butler, Seth Groover involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
95 called that net code. It's hard to tell from this angle if that gap closes or not.
Let's get a better shot right here.
Those guys touch.
So the 01 is touching the right rear quarter panel of the 04, which unfortunately my guess is it's probably going to spin him and run him up into the 95. Yep. We'll just see.
That makes sense.
No.
Yeah.
It looks like it may be a net code because it looks like there was just a slight rub. Just the tiniest of contact. Unfortunately, it completely spins the 95. Now, he gets help at this point with the 01 of Groover that spins him completely around.
Back that up a little bit there again. That was interesting to me because that 04 does rub him, but then comes off him, and it's not till he comes off that car starts to spin.
Yep, could be a little bit of how netcode plays into this.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
netcode assumes that the simulation assumes that car is going to continue coming up.
That does collect a lot of our lead pack cars. Those trying to make it back up. Certainly some damage.
Pit roads got more activity than I thought we were going to see because most of the field I thought had enough fuel, but I'm guessing they want to be safe for a green-white checker.
Well, I guess it's probably not fuel so much as it's definitely repair work.
Could be,
tires.
because they're still sitting there.
All right, there are 14 laps to go. Zachary Workman is still showing out front. There are not 2 cautions. Don't be confused by our tower. We had a technical glitch from the weather. I think that's closer to
17.
17. Okay, 13 laps to go. The lights are off on the pace car. We've got 22 cars still showing on the lead lap. I think the 18 of Zachary Workman will be our control car on the inside. He's got the 04 of Mark Mann behind him. That outside line, Hunter Reynolds, and the 87 of Ray Rittenauer.
This is interesting because you're the computer genius in this crew, Rick. The cautions reset, but the laps to go did not. The laps to go is correct, and the number of cautions is incorrect. So I'm not sure where they get their information from, but it's nice to know.
Yeah, so that number of cautions is in our overlays and our software.
Oh,
so
okay.
Since the software reset, it lost track of all the number of cautions in the race.
And the laps to go is coming from iRacing.
Yeah, and where I had count of every time someone had come down pit road, that information is lost and in the Netherlands.
Oh boy. But the racing is still on the track. We're all watching again, and I think we're going to see an exciting finish. That 18 car of Zachary Workman. We see Zachary in the truck race regularly on Tuesday nights. He's our control car as he gets ready to bring us to green.
Pace car is off. 13 laps to go. Green flag. These guys are working there trying to jostle where they want to go. The 04 moves up. That gives the 87 a chance to move underneath him to get to the bumper of the 18. That's Ray Rittenauer jumping up to the bumper of Zachary Workman. We are now 3 wide.
Yeah.
Everything's changed again. That's the 04 of Mark Mann, who's now out in front. 23 of Sebastian Marin is back.
That looked like a mistake on the 04's part because he went up to that center lane and immediately dropped back. Well, he knew that lane had a run coming, and he wanted to get in front of it, and that moved him to the lead for a short time there, but still has him up front. Zachary Workman in the 18's got that lead position right now. On this back straight, you'll see both those outer lanes get a good run. The 04's moved up to the lead. And you got Sebastian Marin up there in the outside, kind of in the catbird seat. He knows how the end of these, probably all these drivers know how the end of these super speedways races work.
It's certainly possible.
Oh, it's going to be a cat fight here at the end. This is going to be exciting, folks. 10 laps to go, and you've got 10 cars that could feasibly win this race.
Zachary Workman continues to show us the way. Ray Rittenauer down below, 92 of John Ward behind him. Mark Mann in the center. He's got Hunter Reynolds behind him.
On the outside lane. Yeah,
Sebastian Marin
they need somebody.
They do. If they're going to move, that's the 40, I believe, on the outside. That's Pete DeBorgia. He's had some hard luck over the last 20 or 30 laps. He's found a way to get back up to the front.
Yeah, they need a third car to move up there.
That 44 of Anthony English continues to still stay up here with the front. He's got the 95 of Mayer behind him.
Well, they got a third car, that 82.
Wrecking. 44 got turned. 44 got turned. Green, the yellow flag has not come out, but there it is. Wrecking big time back of the field. 9 laps to go. 8 as they come back to the stripe. Take away the yellow flag laps. We could be down to a 5-lap shootout with these drivers.
Yep. We're going to come back to green. If my math is correct, we'll come back to green on lap 196. So that'll give us 5 to go. And we won't be into our green-white checkers yet. So, well, we knew it was going to be an exciting race, but, man, this is surprising even me.
All right, we'll run this.
Oh! That 44 just took a hard right. Did he get tapped?
I don't know. Let's try to find that 44 here, Anthony English.
There's a good shot. That's a good angle.
He's clear. He's clear. The 23 is there. He just drifts up.
Oh, he just drifts up.
Right into the 23. Collected both drivers. Right. Unfortunately, collects the 40 as well, getting some damage. The 82 also involved. A few drivers make it through the 01. Oh, he gets collected at the very end by the 429.
Ooh. 82 sent that white car for a little bit of a ride, but fortunately he was able to save it. You got to feel bad for Sebastian Marin in that 23 car. He was one of the many favorites to win this race and ended up with some significant damage there. Even if he has a fast repair, he's going to find himself towards the end of the field with not very many laps to go.
So a number of drivers came down and got repairs, got some work done. If they haven't, my guess is after the amount of cautions we have had, there are not a lot of fast repairs left in the bank.
I think you're right. The 24 of Everett Lane got the lucky dog. We just saw him pass the pace car to get back on the lead lap. We've got 7 to go right now, so probably another 2 laps before we go green. We talked about Sebastian Marin earlier. I show him in 16th right now. So he may not have gone in for repairs. 16th.
Yeah, I don't see. I show Sebastian Mayer went in at lap 193, so he did go in.
Okay. But was able to come back out and stay on the lead lap. That's a good sign.
Now, Zachary Workman, Mark Mann, Ray Rittenauer, and Hunter Reynolds did not go in. I don't think they have to. Those will be your top 4.
Yep, we now have 22 cars on the lead lap. Thomas Holder is the first car 1 lap down, followed by Joe Delvecchia. They're both cars 1 lap down. So this is some of these guys that are towards the end of the lead lap. You've got Seth Groover, you've got Sebastian Marin back there. You've got some of the others I'm familiar with, Everett Lane, Patrick Groover in 14th. All guys that are capable of getting to the front. The question is, are there enough laps left with only 5 to go when we take the green?
Well, we thank you for continuing to watch. We appreciate those who have rejoined our broadcast. There will be 5 laps to go at the start finish here. The lights will go off on top of our pace car. It's been a hard-fought race for the past 3.5 hours. These drivers have been competing. And we are bringing this race to a close. We have had an unprecedented amount of cautions, but we've had 60 entries tonight.
Those of you that lost the connection along with us, we appreciate you sticking around and joining back in again as Rick was able to get the broadcast back up and running. We're going to go green here with 5 laps to go, and it is going to be a shootout.
Don't go away at the end of the broadcast. We will bring you hopefully interviews with the top 3 racers and get their feedback. So the lights are off. We're about to come back to the start-finish line. Zachary Workman's in charge. He's holding it back, and there we go. Back under green, hopefully for the last restart, but you never know. The 18's got a great push by the 87 of Ray Rittenauer down the outside, pushing his nose ahead of the 04 of Mark Mann. He's got a good push by the 27 of Hunter Reynolds.
Cody Nagel's talking to one of his teammates about how to time this run to the front, what they can do to get back up there. You see 3 rows, 2 cars wide, nose to tail, and then you got a few cars back. Cody Nagel's back there. He's caught up now to the 3 cars on the outside lane, and you got 2 cars making a run there to get caught up on the inside. Looks like the 55, and can't make out the number in front of him.
That's the 88 of Gabe Butler.
Okay.
Gabe is right up front. He's in the top 10.
How in the world was Gabe Butler able to do that? Because he's been at the back. Somebody off.
But still one car. He's not.
Oh, he's coming back on. They'll stay green. 4 laps to go.
3 wide.
Great save. Yeah, Gabe Butler's made it back up to the front again. Gabe's another one of those ones that's a favorite. He's the series champion, reigning series champion in the Tuesday Night Truck Series. And amazing, he's been able to make it back up to the front. Some good drivers up the front of the race here.
You know, we haven't said it so much, but I just want to throw a shout out there to Kevin Fries, and he has definitely put this, much as we talked about Jimmy being, kind of in putting this event together, but really Kevin Fries was responsible for getting a lot of this together. Definitely a shout out to Kevin for pulling this off with 60 drivers on this Sunday, this tribute race to Jimmy Crow Sr. And definitely thank you to Kevin for his hard work.
Absolutely. Great job, Kevin.
So 3 laps to go, 2
too.
laps to go.
Yeah, we talk a lot in these super speedway races. When you get to, it's been give and take all race. Now with 2 laps to go, it's all take.
Mark Mann dropped down to the low line, moved in front of Zachary Workman. That puts Hunter Reynolds on the outside by himself. These guys are changing lanes up. That 3rd lane is starting to form solidly. That's the 6, the 23 of Sebastian Mir on the outside, and then that 40. That's Pio DeBorgia trying to figure out, where do I go? Look at that. These guys are nose to tail. The 95 behind the 26. They're pushing, trying to get through this line. We're coming up to 1 lap to go. Final lap. Whatever happens here, happens. There's no yellow flags. There's no cautions there to come out and save anybody. This is what it is. Wreckers or checkers here at the Jimmy Crow Senior Daytona 500.
These guys are fighting their hardest to try to get into that lead position. They want to be the one that has the advantage as they come out of turn 4 heading for the checker. And you're going to see a lot of moves coming up here in 3 and 4. You're starting to see it now. Guys moving around. Guys trying to get all there is $400 on the line. Guys will do a lot for $400.
There's a lot of moving down that outside. They're trying. 40 of DeBorgia moves up, trying to get a run on this. It's all about position.
Oh, there they go.
There it is, but that's over.
Oh,
Workman goes for a wild ride. He saves most of it, but it looks like the unofficial results looks like Mark Mann in that 04 is our winner. We'll see how this all plays out. Hunter Reynolds could be second. We'll wait for the final results to bring you that information.
looks like Zachary Workman is in third, but we will see when iRacing makes it official. We will get the three of the top three finishers, along with hopefully Jimmy Crow, into the booth at the end here to talk about the race. Jimmy talked about his dad a little bit and what the purpose is, and just an exciting race today. Man, we see so much going on. Yes, there were a lot of cautions, 19 cautions to be exact, but it was good racing, good, exciting, hard racing the whole time. Guys were considerate of each other. People get agitated from time to time, but as the 04 does his burnouts there, Mark Mann burning the tires and tearing up the grass.
So we're going to definitely thank our sponsors. Definitely today, Levi Designs. This whole race was presented by Levi Designs. Also, a number of other folks, Crow's Nest Racing, out there as part of our sponsorship for this event. Again, thank you for tuning in to the Jimmy Crow Senior Daytona 500. Stay tuned as we watch. We should have race results. Let's see what we've got.
Interesting. It's if Hunter Reynolds is second, Mark Mann and Hunter Reynolds both on the same team. They're on Alliance Motorsports team. Yep, there it is. There's the official results. Well,
So
this shows Hunter Racing a different team, but on the Discord Racing, they're all a member of Alliance.
So Mark Mann is your winner today for the Jimmy Crow Senior Daytona 500. Hunter Reynolds in second. Zachary Workman in third. James Mayer finishes in fourth. Ray Rittenauer in fifth. John Ward in sixth. Pete DeBorgia in seventh. Dean Wilkinson in eighth. Cody Nagels in ninth. Patrick Groover in 10th. Gabe Butler finishes in 11th. Sebastian Marin in 12th. Vincent Guerrero in 13th. Todd Siebels in 14th. Robert Rock in 15th. Matthew Baker in 16th. Anthony English in 17th. Everett Lane finishes in 18th.
We go to 19th position, and we had Daniel Harrington there in 19th. Seth Groover in 20th. Thomas Holder 21st. Sean Hill, 22nd, Steve Korosek, 23rd, followed by Jason Holbrook, Paul Witt, Joe Delvecchia, Dave Hunt, Christopher McCullough in 28th, Jackson Carr, Donald Stewart, John Garrett, Kenneth McCullough Jr., Rob Fitzgerald, Richard Sanchez, David Sheets in 35th, and Jason Middleton in 36th. All those cars are on the lead lap, or excuse me, that's not true. Through position 20, Seth Groover was the last car on the lead lap in P20. The rest of those cars down through 36. Following up after them, we've got 37th, Adam Robertson, followed by David Booth, David Overstreet, Sean Stevens, Ron Morris Jr., Robert Richards, Rob Connors, Eric Laurie, Jimmy Reynolds, Gary Jenkins, Kevin Freeze, who was also race administrator, and Charles Johnson, followed by Brian Rainville, David Watts, Jeff Merck in 51st, followed by Rick Seabrans, Bud Steele, David Bone, Jimmy Crow, and David Willoughby in 56th.
All right, we're just waiting for driver interviews, and as soon as we get those guys in, we do show the 04 of Mark Mann taking a Polish victory lap around Daytona that was made famous on the NASCAR circuit.
Yeah, it's fun to watch those Polish victory laps. I love that.
All right, Zachary Workman's in the broadcast booth. Let's go ahead and Let's see if we can bring Zach in. Zach, congratulations on surviving on your P3 finish.
Yeah, that's it. It was all about survival. I mean, 200 laps here, you gotta have a car at the end, and we had teammates around us too. So, I mean, if one of us just won, that was kind of the goal. But glad I could push Mark there.
Yeah, you guys did a great job today, and you're right. It was survival of the fittest with 19 cautions. That double yellow line seemed to be what was causing the majority of the problems tonight.
Yeah, this car was a little tough to handle, especially when we got the tires started wearing with this full fuel run. I mean, it was fun, a lot of fun to race a challenging car, but yeah, it was a battle with this car, a little loose. But Kevin and Gabe did a great job on this setup. Got it as well as they can. I know with full fuel tank, it's pretty hard to get a handle on these cars, but I think a lot of people did a good job. Gabe and Kevin did a great job with the set, and thanks Kevin for putting this on. It was a lot of fun.
Well, we certainly saw a number of familiar faces up there, and then also a number of new faces and names to our broadcast. But at the same time, you look like you you kind of took your time getting up there. I mean, you started this race. You gained 39 spots.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing with long races. I kind of just hang in the back, kind of just gently go up towards the front, especially with the cautions early. I was just trying to save as much cars as possible. How many bullets I had? I had a fast repair at the end, so I was pretty good.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So, after as many cautions as we had and incidents that frankly collected a good bit of the field on multiple occasions, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, just trying to keep as many as possible in case something happened up front. I knew the last 10 laps, guys, money on the line. It's going to get a little hectic, but just glad we got a good finish there. Like I said, I was working with Mark and Hunter and Jim, and Anthony was up there and Dan was up there. So it was just kind of our whole team just banding together, trying to get one of us to win. That's kind of the goal.
Well, if you want, stick around. We're going to bring Hunter in next.
For sure.
Yep.
Good deal. Congratulations, Zach.
Hunter, congratulations on your P2 finish. Welcome to the broadcast booth. You've got Rick and Jeff here, and also Zach Workman's here as well.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going great. Heck of a survival race for sure. But we saw you out front pretty much most of the race. You were fortunate enough to be out front for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired after that one. That was a long race. Yeah, that was pretty much the game plan from the start, was try to stay up front and keep my nose clean. And I think I got back to 18th at one point and ended up crawling my way back up. But yeah, pretty good run here for the 26 Ford Mustang. The car was fast, and we're able to keep it up front.
Well, you got guys doing donuts all around you down there right now. Don't get hurt.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
It was an exciting race from our perspective. A lot of cautions tonight, but still a lot of good, clean, hard racing.
Yeah, it was a busy one for sure. I had to use a quick repair at one point. I think we got clipped in one of the wrecks, and just kind of came down and used it real quick to try and stay in the top 10. But other than that, I mean, for me it was fine. I know my teammates definitely struggled with wrecking and everything else, but just had to be there for the end.
Any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who was running with tonight. Good job, Mark, on the win. Zach, James Mayer, my dad, everybody else in there. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to you guys up in the booth, doing an awesome job. I'd like to thank Mr. Jimmy and Kevin for putting this thing on. Good cause for a memorial race. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks everybody watching. I appreciate you guys.
All right, that's your P2 finisher, Hunter Reynolds, and let's go ahead and try to bring in Mr. Mark Mann, your winner for today. Mark, congratulations. Welcome to the broadcast booth. You happen to also have Mr. Workman and Mr. Reynolds here joining?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Congratulations. Heck of a finish.
Thank you.
We were, I think, impressed with your run. You were definitely biding your time there. I think you went off 30 places back. I think you were off in 31st or 29th.
Oh, yeah. I started way back there in the beginning of this. Got into a few incidences, too. Didn't think I would ever make it back to the front. But once I got up there, I saw Hunter. I saw Workman. I saw James. And I was like, we going to be fine up here. So that was a lot of fun. Nerve-wracking, too.
Well,
you mentioned the incidents that you were in. Tell us a little bit about that. One of the things that we noticed from the booth is, Zach and I talked about this, the yellow line the double yellow seemed to come in play quite a bit tonight.
Oh, it did. You touched that double yellow, man, and you were moving up at least some, and I was guilty of that numerous times, especially when you're pushing. Car's getting hot on the bottom. You got to cool it off a little bit. You're kind of looking for answers there. Go a little low, go a little high. There isn't any room high, so maybe tuck it low, and then you touch the apron in the turn. Next thing you know, you're drifting up, and I got into Jim like that. I felt terrible, and he came back and finished fourth. But yeah, it was just, basically I felt it wasn't going to be an attrition race tonight, but it turned into that. And after that last green flag pit stop, it was you had to maintain and try to keep in the top 5 to finish in the money. And also you just wouldn't have a chance to win it. It was super competitive up in the front. I mean, I was around some great drivers. So it was pretty intimidating too, and one's my teammate and 2 are my league friends. So yeah, I'll take the win.
Yeah, great job.
Any shout outs, Mark, at this stage? I know you're probably exhausted from that 3-hour endurance event. So.
I literally had to pull off on the apron. I think it was lap 86 under caution, get it in front of the pace car, pull off on turn 3, park it, run to the bathroom, run back, get into the rig, pass everyone, get my spot back, because there was absolutely no way I was going to make it.
Well, that explains everything. We saw you parked and we're like, what in the heck is going on here? No clue.
It was an emergency.
That is the first time I think I have ever seen that work. That's awesome.
It did. I had people in my ear telling me where the pace car was and everything, so thankfully I saw Cody Neagles do it early in the race. So I'm like, what did Cody do? Because I've got to do it.
That's great.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
We wondered about that. And then I heard somebody on the radio talking about why they stopped. I couldn't tell who it was.
So someone had posted on YouTube that said, 04 to the bathroom. I'm like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, sure. And that was exactly what happened. Wow.
Had to do it. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. So I'd like to give a shout out to Kevin and Jimmy for putting this race on, and in memorial for Jimmy Crow Sr. And thank you, Levy Designs, for some of the sponsorship, I think. I don't know. I saw his name on there. So, Les, I think he's in Iceland right now enjoying his time, his vacation.
Oh, boy.
And thanks to Hunter, Jim, and Zach up there at the end. I had a ball racing with them. And my friend Mara watching at home. Appreciate her support and all the fans. And you guys for broadcasting.
Well, that explains the comments. Les has been watching the whole time, and he corrected me on the pronunciation of Levy Designs as well. So that makes perfect sense.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations on your win. Congratulations to Hunter and to Zachary on your P2 and P3 finish. We enjoyed bringing this event. Not without a little bit of technical difficulty. The Mother Nature played a little havoc with 26 laps to go, but we were able to get back on board and get this race out. We had a lot of viewers going for the longest time,
awesome.
And they had a great time watching y'all bring this race to a conclusion. So thank you again. Jeff, any parting words?
Well, I was hoping we were going to get there's Jimmy. Jimmy's
I was going to say good job. Good job, Mark, Zach, Hunter. Mark, you got a 500 win before Rick.
Awesome.
Good job, buddy.
Let's see if we can move Kevin in here as well. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah. I want to thank Les Levy, Pit Stall, everybody, Kevin, everybody put in on this event and made it a event. The last 500, we had 19 cautions. We had 19 tonight. We just didn't get the green flag runs. We had the last one, but hey, it is what it is. You have good ones, you have bad ones.
Hey, Jimmy, sum up your dad in a few sentences for us. So some of the people listening that may not know him or knew him, just tell us a little bit about him.
Shoot, in my opinion, he's probably the greatest host on iRacing. A people person. He's always been a people person. People would always come visit him, talk to him forever. Like, I would probably be pissed off if I had a 2-caution race. He would say, don't worry about the cautions. That's what he would tell me. So he wouldn't be mad about how many cautions that were in this race tonight. And just a good guy. I want to mention LG, too, as well. He passed away. He got my dad wheeling pedals and got him on iRacing. So they're hand in hand on iRacing. So, yeah, but again, appreciate everybody. Appreciate Kevin, Gabe, everybody that done this. Everybody that came out. We came out 60 drivers. We knew we was going to be behind the 8 ball. I knew we were in for something when I seen someone split someone on lap 2 for 45th position. I knew it was going to be a rough one, but hey, it was a good race, and again, appreciate everybody.
Well, we definitely want to thank Kevin and Gabe and their hard work in putting this together. It's definitely not something that happens overnight, and with 60 drivers getting everybody together, they deserve a lot of credit for what they pulled off.
Oh yeah, and I want to give a shout out to my wife too. Y'all are still doing interviews. The top 10's already been paid. The random draw guy's been paid. The pole sitter's been paid. We take a lot of pride in getting people paid as quickly as possible. So big shout out to her as well for taking care of that.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you again, guys. We enjoyed bringing it to y'all. Thankful to Levy Designs for their sponsorship and certainly the fellowship amongst this organization. It's been our pleasure to bring this to broadcast.
Thank you, IWM Broadcast Network too as well.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you all. That pretty much wraps up our broadcast of the Jimmy Crowe Senior Daytona 500. Mark Band's your winner. And we hope that you tune into our regular broadcasts on Tuesday nights of the Super Speedway Kings and Wednesday nights for the Tech for Troops Cup Series. We thank you and I wish you a good night and happy Sunday. Good night, folks.